Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video, and a special greetings to all my wonderful subscribers. Now I have a great little story that's like uncool but awesome at the same time. I was just talking to Brownie about my video, what I had done, and so he sends me a message, his recording of his first long haul card of this Halloween week #1. So this is what he got. That freak. I'm like, man, that's terrible, but it's also awesome. And he's like, why is it terrible? Because now I have to reshoot this whole video that I'd already done, because this is the one thing that makes it way better. So as the title of this video says, never buy premium time. And this is a jackpot reason of why you don't buy premium time. Now, again, this was his first long haul of the week, so he got a private war chest. And this was what he got. He got the maximum gold, which is 400 gold coins. That's the most you can get out of a private chest, unless you get a tank refund. And he also got one free day of premium. Super fantastic. So the thing is, do not buy days of premium, and I'm going to show you why. Now this is not the critical reason why. This is the cherry on top of the sundae. Okay, there's a whole lot more sundae than there is cherry, but this is the cherry. This is the top one. This is awesome. These are great rewards to get. Get that free day of premium plus 400 gold. Absolutely fantastic. And congratulations to you, Brownie. Thanks for sending it to me. And thanks for ruining my other video, because this one's going to be way better because of you. So that way I get to, give him a little bit of a prodding. So it's fine. I don't mind remaking this video because he helped make it better. So here we are. I don't buy days of premium. Because look, if you buy a year's worth of premium, that's 24,000 gold. You could buy both of those brand new Halloween tanks, the Pharaoh's Fury and the Roswell, and have money left over with both commanders. So that's one of the things I'm going to tell you, how to get free premium. And that way, if you were ever going to buy a year of premium, you would go, well, I'm just going to take the money I just saved here from Duke's video, and I'm going to go get those Halloween tanks that'll be way more fun. So, logically, let's go here. The season. Okay, I've completed the season. That's what this shows you. And you see in the season, there was days of premium. Now, some of those days are free. Some of those days are not free. So you pay for the season pass. I paid for the regular season pass. That's why it says upgrade to ultimate. I have plenty of time. I want to wait till after Halloween season before I decide, do I upgrade and get the Ruthless and the Commander or not. It's like, I don't really need the Ruthless, and I don't really need that Commander, but I don't have that Commander. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Long hauls will come and go, and when those long hauls arrive, I might get lucky. So you never know. So let's go back to premium time. Okay, yeah, there's the full store thingy. Back to premium time. So, great. I bumped my controller. Oh well. Things happen. Don't worry about it. So what we're doing here, I'm going to show you the secret. It helps if you get to the premium time. That looks better. Okay. I'm going to show you the template to use premium time to your advantage. So I don't buy premium time. What do? I get days of premium from key cards, or not key cards, but war chests. There used to be key cards, now they're war chests. Same difference. Like Brownie just got one, which was super fantastic. That's a bonus. That's a bonus day he picked up. You can pick up bonus days also from operations, sometimes. But the key place you pick them up is the season. Now, the season usually has 11 days of premium in there, which, well, the season lasts 2 months. That's like 60 days. That's 11 days, not 60 days. How do you cover the other 49 days? And I'm going to show you. The way you'd cover that is contracts. That doesn't make any sense, sir. Those contracts only have 3 days of premium for each contract. You can't get 49 days out of those 3 days. So how do you cover the other 49 days? That contract's only got 3 days. It's not going to cover that. That's true. So this is for newer players or players who don't know about this or haven't figured it out. I myself only figured this out last year after 8 years. I wasn't really thinking about it, and then I started thinking about it, and then it came to me. So what I do is that I was doing contracts last year to, add tanks to my stash. And then I realized at some point I had this flash of brilliance. You can get 3 days of premium for free in every contract. And you don't need every contract tank because they're mostly junk. You can look at the contract tech tree. In fact, let's do that. Here we are. Contract tank tech tree. Now, I had a bunch of these tanks. I got rid of them. I didn't need them. The only ones I kept, and I'm not even sure why I kept the caboose, to be honest with you, I should get rid of that tank. But anyway. Stubbs is actually kind of a fun tank, but, the Stinger is a good tank, but it's not a premium, so you're not going to get silver bonus, and that's really, I don't need those. But the Stinger is good, so it's like, I don't want to get rid of it. It's actually good. I kept my Tusk, of course, because I figured you need to do one tier 10 contract because it's a status thing. If you haven't done a tier 10 contract, then you haven't done one. I don't know, But anyway, the Needle is a terrific tank. All right? That's a keeper. Thresher, to me, is the number one tank for contracts. It's the most versatile and is the most important of the contract tanks. Thunder Bucket, pretty good also. Same for the Stubbs. A good, solid, fun tank. But I had these other ones that, I don't whatever. The Reach, Slapjack, Big Top, Jammer. I did all those tanks. I got rid of them. Like, these are stupid. That's why I can buy them back. The Ramrod, I can buy them back. I don't want them. Bulwark, I don't want that either. Centrifuge, Smooth Man. If it has a money price, that means I sold it. I got rid of it. They were stupid. They're worthless to me. Because they're worth more for the 3 days of premium. And let me show you. Where are we going to go back to the store? Okay. Well, actually, we'll go back to contracts. So what happened is the Senlac contract. Now, this dude was the best contract of all time. Well, I guess technically it's the second best. Number one is Thresher. Now, this is just for me and players like me. If this does not describe you, then this contract won't describe the perfect scenario. But the template I'm going to show you or describe for you will. You just have to figure out what your ideal tank playing technique or style is, and then substitute the name of the contract that fits yours. So I am a light tank specialist. So the Senlac contract was just nothing but light tanks. I was running Cold War light tanks, and this stages were just falling like apples. I didn't have to do anything. What are you doing, Senlac contract? What stage are you on? I don't know. They just show up and finish by themselves. I don't even pay attention. I'd have to go look because I don't do anything specifically different than just play my light tanks So I'm mentally free of any kind of problems when I'm playing the matches. The only thing I had to be aware of when it occurred was whenever I was in the stage that required me to do the matching of my spotting damage to my hit points. I did it so many times in the contract that I started just looking for new tanks to use. I was using my Scorpion Cold War 101, and I'm like, oh, well, let me do this. I'll do the 107. And then I did the 63i just to do that one. And I said, well, tier 6, I can do that. I could do it in the Stinger maybe, but I go, I'm going to use the fastest tier 6 light tank, and that's the Snakebite. Did it in the Snakebite within like three attempts, and I didn't even play Snakebite. I had it, I just never got around to playing it because I didn't need to. But as the Fishman will say, there's a tank for every op, brother. So that was the best impression of Fish that I can give. And he's not lying. There's a tank, or sometimes a bunch of different tanks, but you'll have maybe one of them. So it was like I said, okay, Snakebite would do it, and man, it was a breezola. So learn from people who know things that you don't know. It'll make you a better player. And so I took the Fish advice. I used the Snakebite. Now, he didn't tell me to take the Snakebite. He set the template with his classic phrase of there being a tank that will basically solve every op for you, or make it easier anyway. So I did that, bing, bang, boom. I did the Senlac contract 3 days, at least once every week for 7 weeks. It was a total breeze, man. So if you're a medium expert, find that, when the medium contract comes up that fits the bill, that just is going to just fork over 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. Now, you do have to, like for myself, I had to do the Senlac, get the 3 days, switch contracts. So I had to jump to the Cruncher, wait a day. You can only switch contracts once per day. So go to the Cruncher, do some stuff. Next day, switch back to Senlac, bing, bang, boom. Really, I don't know. I probably did 10, 11, maybe even 12 3-day contract absorptions. I milked the Senlac for so many days of premium. It's ridiculous. I didn't have to think about it. It was just easy. Oh, stage 5 is done. You got 3 days. Boom. Get out of here. Go to Cruncher, or whatever's available. So I did that. That's the thing to do. My suggestion to you is do not take contracts to their conclusion if they're easy for you. Like I said, you saw all the contracts I did. I sold all those tanks because they were just sitting in my garage and never played them. I don't like those tanks. They have no silver bonus. You lose money when you play them. I'm not interested. Just got rid of them. Kept a handful that were, interesting, and I still don't know why I kept the Caboose. I have no idea. So anyway, I do the premium contracts now. Even though the Senlac is a premium tank, it has a very low percentage of appearance in a war chest or a key card. So the odds of me getting a potential gold refund from one of those war chests by having that tank is so small, it's more valuable to me to leave it. So the next time, if that's next year, it comes up for 7 or 8 weeks, whatever it was, I'm going to roll that dude and just milk the days of premium. That's all I do on those contracts. I don't want to do those. Now, I did the Talon. It's a premium tank. I did the Eagle 7. That's a premium tank. I did the Hammer, a premium tank. The funny part about the Hammer contract, I had bought the Hammer. It was the first Tiger tank I ever bought because it came in a super savings half price deal. I got it. And I actually used the Hammer while I was doing the Hammer contract. So I used a Hammer to earn a Hammer. And what happened when I finished the contract was that since I already had the tank, I got a silver 3 million, whatever it was, equivalent. So it was a silver bonus. Now, the Tier 10 contracts. I did one Tier 10 contract, and I don't recommend it to anybody. My friends were, a couple of my friends were doing it at the same time. And I go, well, I'll do it. Okay, you guys they're doing the chisel. Top and Armored Wraith were doing the chisel. I go, well, they're doing contract. I mean, I'll do it too. They're doing, I'm going to, this is the time. This was October of last year. This was the time to do the Tusk contract because 2 reasons. Number one, the chisel's a medium, and I'm not a medium expert. I'm just, maybe above average medium player. They're medium tank experts. They chose the chisel. I'm not a medium tank expert, and I'm also not insane. They're insane, and they chose the chisel. I took the easy way out because I said, well, what am I expert of? Artillery and light tanks. Oh, there's a light tank 10, the Tusk. I'll take it. The Tusk isn't that great of a tank. I don't care. It's going to be the shortest of those 3 contracts available, the Tusk, the Machine, and the Chisel. So I finished my Tusk contract before they finished the Chisel. Duh. And it was really funny. Top was really just bummed out. And it was really funny because that contract for me took about 28 or 30 days. And man, I told him, I just called those, I call those tier 10 prisons is what they are. Those contracts are a prison. So Top and I will joke back and forth. He was paroled from Chisel prison after I was paroled from Tusk prison. Believe me, you get up every day and you go, I'm going to play tank. Oh, God, I got to work on this contract. I'm in prison. Okay? I've never been to prison, but, I've seen it on TV. It seemed kind of similar. You just can't escape it. You wake up, you're in prison. And when you go to sleep, you're still in prison until you're gone. And I was really, did a funny prank on Top. And I was talking to him. I said, well, I decided I'm going to do the Chisel prison. He's like, really? That's fantastic. And I said, yeah, I'm going to do Chisel prison right up to stage 5, get those 3 days of premium, and get the hell out of there. He's like, you jerk. So that's the thing. I did. I got 3 days of free premium from the Chisel prison. It was like 5 stages. It wasn't that bad for 5 stages. But, man, oh, God, at the end, it gets nasty. But I'm just throwing that in there just as a funny story because it's entertaining. So find the thing you're good at. And hopefully you can find a contract like the Senlac where you can go and run stuff and do those stages. Now, for myself, the Cruncher is very good as a backup. So I did the Senlac and then I did the Cruncher because if you look at the Cruncher, these are mostly medium, and some of these are heavy tanks as well. Now, stage 1, you can use anything, doesn't matter. So that one disappears. The first 2 just disappear in like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. It's inside of an hour. They're gone. All right. Then we get to stage 3, and it's medium or heavy tank. Fine. Tier 4 and above, no big deal. So anything you want to use. I was using Cold War, playing with Top and with Brownie and Bernie. So no problem with any of that. I'm currently on stage 4. Now, this is about the 3rd or 4th time I've been on stage 4. It's not a big deal. This contract gets more difficult at the end, but the first 5 stages, this is an older contract. The old contracts have the days of premium in stage 5, like this one. The newer versions of contracts have them at stage 7, like on the Caboose. If you want to look at the Caboose has got stage 7, 3 days of premium. Yeah, it's a little bit longer, not really. You get some extra money, though, so you make some extra silver, even though it takes a little bit longer time to get there, but it's not a big deal. You pick up some boosters here, 1.5 silver boosters and ×2 vehicle booster. I was drained of all of those boosters with the silver with interest operation, so that's another bonus there. 38,000, There's only one thing that's slightly difficult, and that is the first goal of stage 5. Spotting damage totaling 1 times your maximum health in a battle. Now, I can use tier 6 tanks, medium. All right. The primary butt kicker of this is the Borosk, but the other one that's really good, I talked to Wrong Way and Fish, and that is the British Knight, which is in the store right now. Let's look at this because this will help you. If you're doing the Cruncher, Because look at the speed of this tank. This tank has a base speed 64, and that's before you add traction. And if you want to use gas, if you want to use traction, engine powertrain, and gas, this dude will do 77, which is very fast for a medium tank. And at tier 6, the enemies are not devastatingly powerful. Now myself, I've done this same thing in my Barosque, which is a fantastic French tank, tier 8 medium, goes 75. So this guy's even faster than the Barosque. I was thinking about buying this tank for that purpose. Now that I'm thinking about it, man, why didn't I buy this tank? I was thinking about it, I didn't realize the Barosque does 75 max. This dude will max at 77. All right, I'm going to buy it right now. So there we go. Making this video help me think about the logic. I need to buy this knight for this cruncher contract, in fact. So there we go. This is going to help me and will help you if you choose to do this contract. All right. Now let's go back to the contract. So this cruncher contract, stage 5, which will probably happen later today. Yeah, later today. I'm going to use this knight on stage 5 of this contract. In fact, I'm going to have this added in at the end of the video so you can see the results. So this video will be published then. Even though I'm recording it now, when you see it, this will all be ancient history from earlier today. So we got that. And this is all to facilitate the 3 days of premium that we get from, every contract. So let me recap for you. The main goal is to use contract tanks. Find the ones that are the easiest for you to do. If you want to have the tank, fine. Now, let me explain one thing about the cruncher. Cruncher is tier 9, if I remember correctly. I am incorrect. It is tier 8. There's another one that's a tier 9. But anyway, you don't need a tier 8 cruncher. I mean, you can, it's supposed to be pretty good, but you can get tanks like this or better that are premiums. Now, mostly you're going to pay for those. However, one of the key things about doing the free days of premium, let's go to the store and use the premium as a backdrop. Here's the thing. Once you learn and master my technique, setting the template for yourself, you're a tank destroyer guy, a medium tank guy, a light tank guy, a heavy tank guy. You'll find the contracts for these tanks, and that becomes your template. You want to be able to save those tanks and not take all of them, or any of them depending on whatever you have. You want to be able to milk those contracts because you're never buying any days of premium. And a year's worth of premium runs 24,000 gold. So by not buying premium, you're saving essentially 24,000 gold that you could if you wanted to. I'm just saying this is a possibility. It's like, well, man, that Duke's video was really good, and I'm never buying premium again. I'm going to take this money I was going to spend on premium spread out maybe, and I'm just going to buy that big pack. Let me go and find this for you. I'm going to buy this Halloween pack and get the two, killer tanks, the Pharaoh tank and the Roswell tank and the commanders, and actually, have money left over that I would have spent for that. And that's the key. I'm going to help you save money forever. So maybe you wanted to have a really cool Halloween tank. Well, now you can have that if that's what you want, or just not spend it at all. It's fine. It doesn't matter to me. So I hit the wrong button and went the wrong direction. Yeah, that's another one. You probably got that offer, super savings. You probably bought it too, and that's okay. $300 gold for 3 days of premium is actually a good deal until you see this video, and then you're going to realize, okay, that's fine. Now, I will tell you the story. November 2022, Black Friday was the last time I bought premium. I bought a month because I realized this whole plan I'm just laying out for you. But this is, at this point, it's conjecture and it hadn't been done. When I bought the month, I was like, well, yeah, let me buy a month. After a couple of weeks, I'm like, well, okay, yeah, I'm just, having some slight doubt. I said, let me buy one more because it was like half price, okay? So I bought 2 months, Black Friday 2022. I have not bought premium since. When I bought those 2 months, I was around 105 days, plus or minus, okay? So let's call it 105 plus or minus 5. I remember being over 100. And that was the key. I figured if I make a mistake and I don't buy enough to cover myself, then I'll have to pay full price like an idiot. So I figured I'm essentially going to buy 2 months of premium time as insurance against buying premium time, which is exactly what happened. So which is now right about 11 months almost, I have really gained no extra time, and neither have I gone down. So I'm right at the correct time for myself. It goes up a little bit. Sometimes it hits 115 when the season, and then after the season's over, it's going to dip down to like upper 90s maybe. So this is the template. That's the last time I bought premium, and I'm never buying premium again because I'm doing contracts. It's slightly annoying, but not when you have the great contracts for you. And there's a lot of medium contracts, so if you're a medium contract player, you're going to have an easier time than I have. I can do all of them. It doesn't matter. But that Senlac was the absolute easiest contract ever. I was just playing and running Cold War light tank matches, playing regular stuff, and just raking it in. Senlac contract complete. Now, stage, not contract. I don't have the Senlac. I don't want it. It's more valuable for me to have access to that contract and get the days of premium time and time and time again than it is to actually own that tank that I'm never going to play. I have so many tier 8 light tanks that I got from operations, or tanks for free experience, or trade in whatever, some garbage tank that I got for free and traded it for something that I was going to use and have used, and also from seasons. So I don't need any more tier 8 premium tanks, unless it's going to be a frequent chance of getting a refund, but it's not, so it's not a big deal. So this is the template that I set up for you. Match whatever tank expertise to your own style of play. Bleed those contracts for the days of premium. Get the 3 days, switch contracts to the other contract that's available, one or whichever one. Now, you can only switch contracts once per day. So when I did Senlac and switched, I would just do the cruncher, because in the one day I'm playing, I was going to do 2 or 3 stages anyway. But I could switch the cruncher and then the next day switch back to Senlac if I wanted to. I wasn't really gaining anything to do that. I was just, I'll just do the cruncher. It's fine. It doesn't matter. But on the cruncher, I have to pay a little more attention to what it is I'm doing in those games. Literally in the Senlac, it's just choose the Senlac, play the qualifying level of light tank, and then don't pay attention again until you get to the part where you have to match your spotting damage to your hit points. I did that, and that was it. It was that easy. So do the contracts that are easy for you, takes care of itself, switch them, don't complete contracts unless it's number one, a tank you really want for some reason, which is fine. Premium tanks, I recommend you take those. That's, up to you, because those are great tanks. They have silver bonuses. You'll make money. And any, like the Thresher's a killer. That's already come and gone. That probably won't, that'll be at least a year, I think, before that shows up again, because it was over a year that it was gone. And I was like, man, when is this tank coming back? I already had it, but I was thinking of newer players. They don't have this, and they're watching people play Threshers, and they're like, dude, where do you get this tank? And they don't tell you any of this stuff. Someone has to tell you. So we pretty much covered everything. As you can see, 995 damage and 837 spotting damage. So a good match, man. The full match video will be available later. And as you can see, check. Assist with spotting damage totaling at least 1 times your maximum health in a battle. My maximum health was 830, and I got 837 spotting. Jackpot. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Hope you learned how to manipulate the premium days system in the contracts to your advantage. I hope you enjoyed the information about that British Knight tank, which I bought for the completion of this video. So please leave a like for this video. It helps spread the word around YouTube and help other players like yourself to see my videos if they haven't seen them before, and learn that there's all kinds of stuff that I help people to learn to gain advantages in this game. Please tell your friends, that way they'll get to learn what you've learned, and maybe they'll like and subscribe. So that would be fantastic to help me out a lot. I got more videos to do, obviously. This is Halloween, and I'm kicking butt with these Halloween videos. So I gotta go. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. More stuff I'm doing. I will see you probably again in another video today, or maybe tomorrow or the day after that. So looking forward to it. I'll be back soon. Once again, thanks for watching.